We're on a mission to help founders hit product market fit faster. We do this by interviewing founders that have been there. I'm your host, Adam O'Donnell. This podcast is put together by Zendesk for startups. We offer 6 months free of Zendesk customer support suite for qualified product-oriented companies. Jensen, welcome to Sit Down Startup Founder Podcast. Excited to hear your story and your journey to product market fit as well as maintaining it. I know it is a journey, but even before we get into that, could you tell us what Textio does, as well as like when you first realized that you wanted to be a CEO or a founder?
Yeah, so thanks for having me. Textio has been around 10 years now. So we're not like, just a few years old. And so it's actually fun thinking back to some of like the earliest stories. But in a sense, it's an interesting time to talk about Textio because we've always been an AI company. And there's so many companies now that are adding artificial intelligence on top of other stuff that they've been doing, right? Everyone's trying to do something in that space. But we were really founded to be AI that helps make everything to do with people easier and more powerful. So we're AI for managers. We help managers do a great job of providing feedback to folks on their team. And we also help recruiters and managers actually hire great teams as well. And so what we do is basically make it possible to use the power of these models that we've built over 10 years in this very easy to consume way that allows people to figure out, how can I deliver feedback that's actually going to work? How can I give you a message that you're going to be able to hear that and feel like you're getting the feedback that's going to help you thrive at work?
Interesting. I'm a manager myself, and can you tell me a little bit more about like how it would actually be able to help with those conversations? Because I do dread sometimes the more challenging conversations, as I'm
Yeah.
sure most people do.
Well, as a business, right? Let's just start with that. You look at what is the most expensive asset you have, and it's your people. And what's the most vital asset you have? Also, your people. And who do you entrust to caretake that most expensive and most important asset? Your managers. And how did they become people managers? Well, usually because they're good at some entirely other discipline. It's your best engineer, your best marketer, your best salesperson who all of a sudden is put in a position of doing something they've never done before in their entire careers, which is people management, which is a totally different discipline, has very little in common with writing great code or, doing great product marketing. And so we put people in these positions where suddenly they're caretaking this incredibly important asset with almost no support at all. And it creates a world in which managers feel anxious. They feel worried that they're disappointing folks on their team. They're worried that they're underperforming, and they're being asked to do more and more every year. We've seen in the recent couple years of tech layoffs that a third of everyone who was fired was a middle manager. And so we're asking folks who used to have to do, manage 5 people, 6 people, are now managing 8, 9, 10, 12. And so we realized that there was an opportunity to provide managers with a suite of tools that help them actually get great at, helping the people on their team thrive. And the 2 ways that you can do that, one is providing them with great feedback, and the other one is helping to ensure that you are, holding them accountable and they understand what they're supposed to do, like figuring out how you distribute work. And so Textio can help a manager actually figure out how to deliver a hard message, or how to deliver a message such that it's going to not lean in too much, for instance, on personality. Like, Adam, you could just smile more. Or, as a new mother, you did a good job doing XYZ thing. Isn't really about the person's work. It's about sort of, who they are. And that kind of feedback doesn't work. So what our models do is they really understand how you deliver feedback that is actually going to be impactful, that is full of rich examples, and that is much easier to create. We talk a lot about enabling managers to do less, just like stop the performative, constant, continuous feedback, engagement surveys, trainings, and just say, what would it mean if you could just focus on what is the message that would help this person succeed? And then we make sure that that is delivered equitably across the entire organization so that every employee has a chance to thrive. So that's really what our software does. It is the AI solution that really can help managers ensure that they're spending their time actually delivering feedback that will work and not spending any other time on the performative BS that is mostly what people management is about.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And I'm personally just excited to learn more because I do know that challenge just like firsthand, both as a founder and as a manager at Zendesk. But I think to get into the heart, I really want to understand. But right before we get to the product market fit part, can you tell us a low moment that you've had along the journey as a founder since you started? And I know there's probably a lot, but if you could just relate as a way to relate to the people who are in that moment right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, founding is not for the weak of heart. Founding is a constant, consistent set of lows that you're responsible for, coming back against and being resilient to. Um, One of the absolute lowest points that I think of recently was actually at the very beginning of the COVID pandemic in the United States. Seattle, you might remember, which is where we're located, was one of the first places in the United States where COVID showed up. And in fact, it was in our building, one floor below us. We were in like a high rise in downtown Seattle, and we found out like, oh, like one of the first cases of COVID in the world is here. And we, of course, know a lot more now about, what that's about. But at that time, we had no idea. Like, is this Black Plague? Are all of our employees going to die? Um, and so we made the decision at that moment, like, send everyone home. Like, we had 100% in-person company, send everyone home. And we realized in those subsequent weeks, because at that time, all of our business was in recruiting and really helping people generate the right job posts and the right messaging to help people recruit their teams. People stopped hiring for roles. So we had employees that were home, an empty office, and a business that it appeared was basically irrelevant because people weren't hiring at all, which means they didn't need software for hiring at that point. Um, and I remember thinking, this set of challenges seems insurmountable. We have product challenges, we have people challenges, we have product strategy challenges, we have a huge real estate investment that is costing us money that we're not using. And I just remember feeling like, is this something that we can recover from? Like, is this, or is this, is this going to end up being our end? And ultimately, we decided that we needed to make a bunch of decisions really fast. We needed to get rid of our real estate. We needed to change immediately from an in-person company to a distributed company, and that we were going to make that a strength of ours, and we were going to start hiring everywhere, not just in Seattle. We started diversifying our business, started actually building the manager software that we started shipping earlier this year, back in 2020, as part of like, how are we gonna survive? How are we gonna thrive? Um,
Mm.
and so, like, to me, that was not just like oh my gosh, we have a problem. How are we going to go about solving it? It was all the problems at once. And the only way through was through. Um, so that's one that comes to mind.
Oh, I know that was tough, and I'm sure those board conversations or founder conversations, like how are we gonna make it through this moment? And I'm curious if you had one word that you or like a sentence or two that you could share with yourself and your founders, your co-founders back then, what would it be?
Yeah. Focus on what you can control. and don't be afraid to make quick decisions.
Mm, that's good. That's really good. Well, let's go into your product market fit journey. So it sounds like you have two products, recruiting and then feedback. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's right. So Textio Loop is our original recruiting product that's designed to help people, predominantly in talent acquisition and in people teams, but also managers use it to write job posts, to communicate with candidates, to be able to understand the impact their words are going to have before they actually use them. And then Textio Lift is our newer manager-focused product around feedback, managing teams, and everything that you need to do a great job of doing that with less effort. That's a newer product. So we started with the recruiting product in 2014, brought that to market in 2015, and then we brought Textio Lift to market earlier in 2024.
Got it. And were you there for the Loop product creation as well? It looks like.
So my wife and I founded the company back in 2014. I was the founding CTO, so I led R&D, wrote first code for the product. We ran the company together for 9 years. She left earlier this year, and I took over as CEO. So yeah, we were there together, sort of from the beginning.
That's really cool. And when I was investing, I heard a lot more husband and wife teams, and there was always a strong reaction from VCs, whether it was positive or negative. It depended on their experience that they had had with other founding teams like that. But it's really cool to see the success that you had with your wife. Can I first ask, like, so with Texio Loop, what month do you think that you were confident that you both said we've hit product market fit?
Yeah. So my perspective is that you've never fully hit product market fit. You are always looking for ways to lock that in more. Like you're never at a point where you're like, just turn the spigot, because the market changes and customer expectation changes and customer needs change. So really, I sort of take that as, at what point are you ready to start scaling the team up? Or are you ready to start scaling the go-to-market up? When do you feel like you understand well enough um, that you've built something that people want to buy and is going to want to repeatedly buy? Um, so for us, very early, we built really a demo. I mean, it worked, but it was a really specific demo that showed that you could put a job post in and it would tell you all this magical stuff about the job post. It would tell you the tone, it would tell you how well it was going to perform. It could tell you, you know, people of different backgrounds, how they'd respond. Would more women respond to this? Would more men? More people of different demographics or in different cities? And we built it really as like a tech magic prototype thing, right? It was like, it felt so amazing to paste something in and see all these hidden patterns in the writing that it got people really interested in it very quickly. And then I think we realized that we don't have a product unless people are willing to pay for it, no matter how cool the technology is. And um, so the first time that I remember really feeling like, oh, we have something here, was in some of our earliest conversations with some of the really big companies in the Fortune 100 that were really focused at that time on equity and hiring. And we we were first time founders, so we didn't know you were supposed to like start small and then work up to enterprise customers. We just started with the enterprise customers. We started with, you know, the Johnson and Johnson and the Apple and the, you know, the big companies, and finding out that there were champions at these companies who saw it and were so forward leaning that they immediately saw this was the future, and leading into the parts of the product that they found magical. I think understanding this is where the heart of the product's going to be. This is what this set of customers um, find valuable, find magical, find worth supporting, find adding another tool to their tool set worth. paying for. Um, and then we immediately messed up pricing. Like we had we had something that people were going to want to use, and then the very first thing we did was screw up pricing. But I would say, in the first year, it felt like we had something that people were pretty energized by.
I love it. So can we break down, let's just use J&J as an example. If there's another similar, I want to know a couple of things. I want to first, if you could share how you got in touch with them, like maybe even if you remember any of the messaging, I know it was a while ago. And then once you got in touch with them, what was that demo like, or what was that first meeting like? Like, did you show them a specific prototype? Was it in person? Was it virtual? That kind of stuff.
So Kieran Snyder is my wife, also my co-founder, who was CEO at the time. She is a brilliant data storyteller. She has a PhD in computational linguistics, and she sort of intuitively understood that the way we were going to get people interested in this product was going to be by helping them understand the linkage between the words people used and the success they were having in the world. And so instead of like trying to just cold call customers or trying to do just outbound email to see if we could bring them in, she really focused on data storytelling. Like, let's tell stories about language and culture and writing and support it with real data. So she wrote some really viral stories about how women get interrupted more than men in conversations. She did research on um, certain language that got used in job postings and how that language related to who ended up getting hired for a specific role. Um, and she spent a lot of time just trying to get those stories planted, talking to journalists, meeting journalists, trying to get invited to speak at conferences based on, what she wrote. And that was what opened the pathway to not just start with, a TA person or a recruiter at a company, but actually start with the head of HR or start with the head of people or start with the person who was thinking strategically about solving the problem in a new way. Um, and that was more successful for us than just trying to constantly, tune the email campaign or just trying to tune our outbound motion. It was really, how do we get stories out there
Mm.
that don't sound like everyone else's stories? How do we differentiate? We always have looked at when we write something, build something, message something that sounds like what everyone else is doing, we always immediately like, okay, we're doing something wrong. Like this isn't gonna punch out. So at all points, including very early, it was, how can we stand out with our storytelling, with our data, um, and lead
Very cool.
people to understand the impact that our product could have. So for J&J, there happened to be a really, really forward-thinking leader there who later on moved to Apple, where he is now, and just saw immediately like, oh, this is going to be the future. Like, this unlocks this idea that the language you write and the language you use and the feedback that you give is like essentially an untapped font of uh, business improvement. The idea that, like, if you could just tune your words, find the patterns that were in it and fix it, that you would have a undue competitive advantage in the landscape, he immediately understood. And once you've then established a few of those customers, then you start to have social proof that you can use to go to, another customer and say, hey, Johnson and Johnson's been our customer for 3 years. Here's how they use it. Here's our case study, and move forward from there.
So it's a marketing first strategy, starting with storytelling. It was authentic to your wife and you both, so it was like something that's so tied to both of you. But also, I'm not hearing a lot about features, which is really cool because I think a lot of founders go and they do the cold email and they bring the screen in the meeting and are showing like, hey, here's this, and it'll do that and this and the other. What do you think about these things? Did you do any of that, or was it really just a high
Yeah.
level at?
So the biggest trick for us for our demos that we invested in early on was we always use the customer's data in our demo. So it's like one thing if I bring up a job post, which is what we did, in 2015, and it shows you a bunch of magic in it. It's like, oh, look at all these phrases, these words, this tone. Like, you'll probably be skeptical of that somewhat because you're seeing a demo. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, that's great, but I get it. This is demo content. Um, so what we always did was we demoed with their content. We'd be like, go to your website and pick a job post, and preferably one that you think works really well, and let's just import it and let's see what it looks like. And it would light up and they'd be like, oh, holy crap, what is all of this? Like, well, these are the hidden patterns in what you've written that are either making it work or holding it back from your goals. And the features that we had in the product, which at that time for us was a lot of different models of understanding, like, hey, this will help you reach an engineer versus a designer. This is how people talk in New York versus London. This will help you attract more women or a more diverse, set of candidates. And so we could just ask them, what were your goals? What are you trying to do? Oh, we're trying to hire more women for engineering roles. Great. Show us a job post you're using. Put it in and say, here's the x-ray of what's happening here. Here's why this isn't working. And that was so much more effective than using like stale demo content because it immediately ties it to a problem they have, something they're interested in. It's their data, and they start out with a set of hypotheses about that data. They're like, oh, I think this one is good, or I think this one is bad. Don't know, let's see. And so it instantly drew people into that part of the human brain, which is so story oriented. It takes it out of a discussion about software and into a story about the storytelling and their company and what they were trying to achieve. And so that was just, it was like a powerful moment. And we built UI around that moment. We specifically made it so that when you pasted something in, you got all of these UI things. You got like a little thing that spun in the corner and told you your score, and these other things faded in. And we invested a lot in how that moment felt. Um,
Hmm.
and it worked. It worked really, really well. And it created this emotional trigger in folks that made them want it.
No, that's so helpful. The last question around this is, what were the follow-ups of those meetings? Like, what was the call to action? And I'm asking this for founders who like had the meeting, the prospect seemed excited, but yet they didn't do the follow-up in a timely manner. Or maybe it wasn't timely, but that's because it was an enterprise and it was going to take them a long time anyways.
Yeah. So we, um, as I mentioned, we're selling enterprise right away, or at least mid-market and up. And we tried very hard to create a product and a sales process that didn't feel enterprisey, in part
Mm.
because I don't think that we thought that we could support it back in those days as like a company of, 10 people. Um, but also because it's the kind of user experience we wanted. We wanted a consumerized experience. We did not want to be old enterprise software. We wanted to build something that felt consumerized. And so we built a very consumerized process of following up. We mostly did the deals on our paper versus theirs. There are sometimes that we would, use their contracts, but we tried to do it in ours. We would set them up with an account immediately. Like the implementation plan was like, okay, you've got it today, because we wanted to build momentum there.
Yeah.
And we really invested in, creating a situation in which they had, our champion had the ammo they needed to be able to have the right conversations internally. We invested a lot, for instance, in data science in our early company that we used just to help customers tell great stories. We're like, we're going to help you ensure that you can show why this is valuable. And again, equating it to what their goals were, not like a list of features, not a table of features, not a,
Thank you for listening. If you want to learn more about Zendesk for Startups, check out our website, zendesk.com/startups. Also, we're always looking to improve, so don't hesitate to email me with any feedback on how we can ask better questions, guess the target, or anything else so we can do to better help you as a founder. My email is adam.o'donnell@zendesk.com.